We're going to be using Boom Cards to create interactive lessons that can be utilized in any smartboard. Okay, so I'm going to go through some of the menus. I went ahead and created a classroom. I called it Ms. Camacho's Gifted Class. I have 5 students on there, which I imported from Google Classroom. So I select my class, and if you notice on my class, I have the 5 students that signed up. I can always add more students by selecting my name and import. So anybody that gets added onto my roster, I can automatically bring in. Now, for logging in, since we're not going to use Google Drive to log in, and I'm doing this so that you guys can try these lessons from your smartboard to see the interactivity of them. Okay, so your username is going to be first name dot last name, and the password for now is going to be Samson. Let me show you the reports. So there's reports. So after you create lessons, this particular software will be able to give you reports on how your students did on that given assignment. So I'm going to go ahead and run. I did one on carbohydrates, and I did one on Stellar Luna. I missed one question of my Stellar Luna test on purpose. Okay, now your store, you have all this different material out there that teachers are creating. Just like I just created this particular lesson. You can spend up to $98 for points. Everything's based on points. So your studio, which is what I just clicked on right now, is where you come and you actually select what you're going to do. So I went ahead and clicked on Dex. I am going to delete the one that I have there that I was playing with earlier. I'm going to see. It makes you type the word delete to delete. And then I am going to select the deck again. Okay, so once I do that, this is my basic editing tools that I'm going to have access to. The first card is my template card. I am going ahead and adding 10 slides because I'm going to have 10 questions, and each of my questions is going to be interactive. Therefore, I am selecting all of them. Here we go. Okay, so I can add text, I can add a button, I can add image, captions, and I'm going to go through the one that we're going to utilize for this given lesson. Okay, so I am going to click on upload. I'm going to select my watercolors. Now I had so much fun creating watercolors on my smartboard paint, and I can come here, and now I can select my little image that I took a screenshot of and make it as big as I want to. When you put it on the master template, right, it does it for every single one. You notice how I hit the undo button. You're going to tug at the sizes to make it as big as your card, so that now it's, you know, fully emerged. Every single background is applied. I'm going to drag on the little image picture, and I am going to select an image. So I can do undo. I'm going to show you really quick. I'm going to select card 1, drag the image. I have an image already that I had in mind, but I am going to show you how to import an image. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to place my first image. I'm going to go to my second card. I'm going to drag the little image section. I'm going to grab this cute little bear. So my whole card deck is going to be on the Magic Tree House book, Polar Bears. Here we go. I resized it by dragging on the corners, and I am going to do the same thing to the next one. Here we go. We're going to click upload. Now I have a file that has all my little polar bears on them. I'm importing the image, selecting it, and resizing it. Here we go. Perfect. Okay. Now, I am going to do this to every single card. I do not want to overwhelm you with all the different things that I'm going to select. Okay, so I went ahead and created one of the questions in the first slide, and I'm going to take you through designing the questions as well as the front cover. So I'm going to go ahead and drag the little text box. I'm going to rename this Again, if you see, you have a menu on your right hand side and you have the menu on the left hand side. The first one that reads text, you just drag that square over to your card and automatically it adds whatever you're trying to add. So I'm just moving around just to make it look aesthetically the way that I want it. And I am going to jump to the second one. Notice how we have the question. So we're gonna go to this slide. Okay, so here's the menu that I was talking about. I am going to drag the word multiple choice. Notice how it says, or it reads correct, wrong, wrong, and wrong. It doesn't matter the order that you put them on or in because it scrambles it for you. So I just dragged over text and I am going to type my question on this box. So like I was explaining, that it doesn't matter the order, even though it reads correct, wrong, wrong, because once the slide deck is active, everything is scrambled. So if you do it on your smart board and you're having your students come up, it's automatically interactive. It reports them right away, telling them that it's correct. And at the same time, if then you're having them go back to their desk after you reviewed a specific thing, and have them work on Google Classroom in their own interactive pieces, every single question is different. Every single question is in different order, so it works perfectly to avoid little wandering eyes. So I am going to write my right answer here, Adventures in the Arctic. And notice how on the right hand side it says selectable list. It tells you exactly where you're typing. But if you by some chance type the wrong option, it happened to me earlier today. I was typing one of the options and it selected the wrong, like I typed the wrong answer on the little right green box. I was able to change it just by deselecting the green and it became red and then clicking on the one that needed to be correct. So you can, on that menu all the way on the right that is highlighted in green and red, you can actually change the order if you want it changed on that side, if you typed it in different orders. Okay, so I'm almost done typing up the options. Okay, so here are all my options. Here's my correct one, right? Here are my incorrect ones, right? I'm gonna go to preview and here's my question. The minute I select the right answer, which is all the way down here, it tells me it's correct and it goes on to the next slide. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to pause, right? Here's my text. Let me go talk about this option right here. This option allows you to drag pictures for your multiple choice. So if you want to do something that has images, you can do screenshots of math problems maybe with the right answer and add them on there. You can do open-ended questions. You can add sound tools. Now, right now it's telling me that I have to update. Yet towards the end of the video, I do update, and you know, I could have shown you this section, but I'm going to add those videos and those sounds when we do other interactive activities that are not just multiple choice. Today, we're just covering the multiple choice interactivity that you can integrate into your board to make your board interactive for your students. Okay. So I went ahead and I added all the different questions, right? I'm checking on my slides. As you can see, I'm going through my answers. This is after I finished typing the 10 different slides. So here we go. I'm selecting all the right answers just to make sure everything's working, make sure that all the right answers are working okay. As a matter of fact, when I was going through this, since I was just typing it, I saw that the word find, I had an F instead of a D. So I went back in and I corrected it, but I had already recorded my video. Okay, so let me finish this. Master librarians, right? All of the above. So notice how I'm going through each of the different slides that I created, just double checking. I added images in all of them. They all had the cute little watermark background that you can design on your smartboard on paint mode. Now, I put it together on paint mode, watercolors, and then I saved it into my computer, and I took a screenshot, turned it into an image, and I imported that image into the background if you wanted to create your own backgrounds. Okay, so here are all my 10 slides completed. You can duplicate slides on this side, you can delete slides, you can tamper with the background, the borders. I just wanted to go over just the quick, easy access. Okay, so here is where you would edit all the information regarding your deck. So you can put your price or your points. So I can go anywhere from 50 to 100, description of your particular slide deck, right? Any acknowledgements, okay? I'm gonna go back and add where I got the graphics from, and also write, the actual author of the Magic Treehouse series, because it is taken from a book, and also give credit to the image for the front of the story. Anyhow, I'm going to publish to the store, or you can publish and keep private if you don't want to share it with the world, if you just want it for your students. In this case, I am going to keep private for now and just hyperlink it in order for you guys to see it. I am going through the different phases. Here's remove from private or publish from the store. Okay, I'm gonna hit the back button. Now in your library, if you notice how library is hidden, highlighted up there, you have the self-published. When you pull the screen, the little tab down, you have assign. So I can click on assign, and I assigned it to my class, which is you guys, or I can hyperplay link. So I'm going to highlight this link. I'm gonna go ahead and copy the link, and I'm going to jump into Google Classroom. So I'm gonna go to Google Classroom, and once I am in Google Classroom, I am going to add this link. I am going to select assignment. I'm going to add my title, and as you can see, I am adding right now the hyperlink to it. I'm gonna click accept. I am going to add my title of what I want my assignment to read. Now, I already created the Google Class that you guys are part of, and I went ahead and added different topics so that when my students go into that section, they can see the topics depending what I want them to see it on. So here is my due date. I'm going to put the due date of Tuesday, actually Wednesday, because you guys are going to see this on Tuesday. I am going to swirl to ELA because it's a language arts activity, since it's a reading activity, and I'm going to click on assign. So notice how now here's my classwork, all my topics, and my topics are right there. And if you see ELA, notice how it has polar bears, past bedtime, book quiz review. On your board, you're going to go to Google Classroom. I'm going to select my Samsung Ed Teacher, since that's my student account. Once I log in, it's going to give me what classes I have access to. So I'm going to select Ms. Camacho's gifted class, and I am going to click on the tab for classwork, and as you can see, all of the items are there. So I'm going to select one of the assignments. I'm going to say, yes, that's me. And this is an example of a math activity that you can drag the dot to choose whether it's odd and even. You can have your students come up. This is the story of Stellar Luna. You can drag the bat and put it where it should be at, and it's going to tell you that it's correct. This is just many examples of what you can do with the software to make your board interactive. I hope you liked the presentation and the software that you can utilize. Now, the best part about this is not only can you create it and push it out to your students so they can do interactive items or activities in their computers or in their iPads, but also by you reflecting it onto your smartboard, it gives your smartboard that flexibility of being interactive with your students as well.